Duval County, 904 in this bitch, huh? Put your hands up. Yeah, you feel that bass? Turn it up. It's that dirty South punk rock. Dirty South. Dirty South, yeah. Throw it up. Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Duval. You could get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Hey. Or you could get stomped in the club for a dog that I saw. Show me we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Fuck that, fuck that. DJ Dirty Ski. When I reach for the herb, nigga, what's the word? 65 for a herb. Bitch, fuck, what's the word? Nigga better recognize real G's down the ride. Dirty South, I'm a record till I die. And I ain't even gotta tell her what my name is. I just walk right in like I'm famous. Get out the way, bitch. I'm heading straight to the VIP where I'ma drink everything for free. Damn right. You can get caught in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Or you can get stomped in the club for a dog that I saw. Show me we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat, bread. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat. Y'all motherfuckers don't want no problems, nigga. Whole wheat bread, bitch, Southside Duval County. It's that dirty South punk rock shit. Y'all gonna have to try extra hard to get up in this punk shit now, nigga. Y'all niggas don't want no problems, nigga. Shut up. Back the fuck up.
Hello, everybody. It's the Altered Perspective back again. We've returned after a long hiatus. Welcome, welcome, one and all. How's it going, Pimp? How you feeling?
I like shit.
Pimpmunk is feeling like shit. He's feeling like shit. And Shabisky, how are you feeling?
Like shit.
I'm feeling okay. Just okay.
No, if I feel like shit, you feel like shit. That's the rule.
I mean, I feel like shit.
See?
Do you look amazing, though, Pimp?
I don't either. I look like shit.
You were expressing concerns about the way your beard is looking.
It looks horrible. Look at it.
Nah.
I don't know. It's all right.
No, I usually wash it.
Usually wash it?
Yeah, I didn't wash it today because I feel like shit.
So there was no washing of it that occurred?
No washing of my ass, balls, or beard today, so I stank. I finally smell like Rebzion said I did.
Have you ever heard the... Good one. Have you ever heard the stereotype that white people don't wash their legs?
Yeah, I've heard this, and I've never understood. Who the fuck? Who's these Caucasians not washing their legs?
I don't know. I always wash my legs.
Because I wash every crevice of my fucking body.
You got to do butt crack. You got to do armpits and butt crack for sure.
Well, that's what they claim, that we do: the chest, stomach, crotch, butt crack, and that's it. But I do my back. I got a fucking loofah where I reach back there.
I have a loofah, but it's not on a stick. It's just like a...
I've got 3 loofahs, Ben.
Whoa.
I've got one from my back, for all my other parts, and then I've got one specifically for my crotch and ass.
It's good to
I'm not
separate
putting
it.
the lube. Yeah, because I'm not putting the same thing that goes up in my ass crack on my face. I'm not ever gonna do that.
But you'll put your face in an ass crack.
Oh, I'll lick a butthole. Man, you lick buttholes.
I can't say I never have, but I don't normally go out of my way. It has to be like a heat of the moment kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I'm not planning on Tuesday. I'm gonna lick a butthole.
And if there's a poopy stench or a trace of poopy, it's not happening.
No, it's gotta smell good. It's gotta smell like. I mean, the bitch just need to wash.
There can be zero traces of poopy.
Yeah, Shabisky has licked 0 buttholes in his life, though.
That's between me and the buttholes. Okay.
You liar.
It's private. It's private information. What I do with a butthole.
What he does with a butthole. Everyone, give the stream a like if you could, please. We're gonna get into some content. I do have a goal. Help me out with it. If you can help me, I'll extend the stream. Link in the description. We need more help. You know what? I actually have gotten some insider info on a leaked memo that explains why pretty much everyone I know's channel's views have gone down since the summertime. Everybody that I know. I'm not talking about even people that I don't know that had pretty good channels that were getting like 300,000 views a video are now getting like 80, 90, 100. You know? Yeah. This is leaked stuff right here. This is a leaked memo. In recent years, YouTube has been striving to eliminate negative content, especially in the kids segment, which is like, okay, and negative content.
What is that?
Yeah, I mean, like, YouTube was making their own original programming where, you know, there's always an antagonist in every story that makes a story interesting. Is that negative? I don't know. Anyway, on July 13th, the platform introduced updates proving that high-quality, useful, interesting, and friendly content is their priority. And those of you who have created anything, go look at your shit in June and compare it to August. You're going to see a significant drop. YouTube
me and Shabisky has.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have too. You know, in June, we were pulling like 500-600 live viewers in a stream throughout a stream. Now we're lucky to get 300. It's been cut in half, and it has to do with notifications. I mean, and people will be like, "Oh, it's because people got sick of your content." And sure, that's going. Well, that will be like some.
But not in that like much at a time, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like my channel. Some people act like the subs are fake or something. It's like, no, like I legitimately grew that and stuff just because I barely get viewers.
In your instance, the subs are fake, but seriously, I mean, we all know you did that sub train thing a couple years ago.
Sub train.
You don't remember the sub train thing that got popular for a minute?
He was doing like sub for sub, right? He was doing sub for sub.
Yeah, that shit was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because it didn't work. I mean, nobody viewed your fucking shit. They just subbed. But anyways, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, you always lose viewers, gain viewers, lose viewers, gain viewers. That's the way. But when you lose so many at once or so many subs at once, something's got to be happening.
Yeah, it's even more than that. It's lack of notifications or delayed notifications. Like I have a couple channels and I'll stream on one channel and I'll get the notification like 3 days later for it.
And now you can't cuss for 10 minutes or it don't put it in the algorithm.
And that's dumb. This website was built off of cussing, okay? People stopped watching TV where everything was sanitized and came to YouTube where it was more raw. It was more
raw.
Yeah.
In your face. Real. It was more real in your face. You know, people just being people. And yeah, it sucks now. It absolutely sucks. I get people all the time that will come across me like, "Hell, dude, I thought you stopped making content."
Oh yeah.
I don't get notifications, and I'm like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
I do content all the time. It just sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It's horrible, and it's hard to be like a content creator and really want to keep doing this because this is what we do, and we like doing it, we enjoy doing it. But when the system is working against you in every fucking corner, it's hard to get like in the mood to do it or like really want to fucking do it because there's nothing helping you.
Right. Yeah, it's working against you. And I mean, there was a few times where YouTube totally fucked me over, and I was lucky enough that I knew somebody that helped me. Like, I totally lost monetization on DP for a few days because of an old video that I didn't even upload onto the channel. Yeah. It was someone else that had control of the channel back then. Uploaded a video. We lost our monetization, and I reached out to a few people that have connections and got the monetization back. But if you don't have that, you're fucked. Yeah. If you don't have,
and it also,
like if you don't have a big enough audience to make a stink on Twitter, for some reason Twitter is where we talk to YouTube. Not on their own platform. You have to like make a stink for like a week straight, and then they'll pay attention. Yeah. They like when Copper Cab got his channel deleted because he knew people and enough people were willing to go to bat for him. He got his channel back. If it wasn't someone that popular that knew enough people more popular than him, he wouldn't have never gotten his channel back, and it happens all the time.
And now I will say this, and I want to say this also. Most of the blame belongs to YouTube, but I also give, and I think you'll back me up on this, man. YouTubers aren't taking care of YouTubers the way we used to.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
There's not enough YouTubers out there trying to help other YouTubers when they sit. And like, when they're, your subs are down, let me fucking promote your shit right quick. Nobody's doing that no more.
Oh yeah, collabs are like don't even exist anymore.
Guest videos on people's channels doesn't exist anymore. So we do need to take a little bit of responsibility for it and start helping each other. So I'm saying the majority of the problem is YouTube, the site itself, but we also need to like step up and do, because like take me back in the day, right? I would have never been noticed at all by anybody if it wouldn't have been for Jacqueline Glenn. Jacqueline Glenn spotted me, said, "Hey, I'll put you on a guest video." Boom, I got noticed overnight.
And Jacqueline Glenn would have never been anybody if TJ hadn't promoted her. There's a whole bunch of people, TJ, including myself, that TJ boosted up.
TJ gave me a shot too. He gave me a shot.
I know you don't like him, but like Repsion wouldn't have been a thing without TJ too. TJ promoted him. So.
And I hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it because he did do it. This is before me and Repsion's problem. I actually did a guest video on Repsion's channel one time.
Hey.
I mean, this is when we were cool. We're definitely not cool now. No, I mean, but nobody does that anymore. Nobody does it anymore. And it sucks. It really does suck. Instead of like, that's what made YouTube cool at one point. It wasn't like Hollywood where people were keeping other actors down because they're afraid to take their spot. Now people are afraid that other content creators are going to take their spot. Dude, if somebody gets popular off of me, I'm happy because that way they may carry me along with their ass.
Yeah.
And so I'm it just sucks. And can I make one little request too, Ben, if you don't mind? Please donate to Ben, all that stuff tonight. Do that. But I'm also I'm very broke at the moment, and I need to get to the doctor and get my meds. And so if anybody want to tip my way, I would much appreciate it, because I definitely need to get to the doctor in the morning, and I don't have any fucking way of doing it.
Like, see, this is the thing I have up on the screen right now is kind of what I'm talking about, because I would watch, like, I lurk on your streams a lot.
Yeah.
And 5 months ago, 6 months ago, you'd
I'm making money.
you'd have like 30, 40 live viewers. Now you got like 7. Like, people watching you now. Like, they've like, it can't be any, I mean, like, unless you were like arrested for some horrible crime, like, it can't have anything to do with anything else.
But that's not out there yet. That's not out there yet, so it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hell, that at one point a couple years ago, I was like, I mean, I'd have 300 people in my chat waiting for me to start. So, I mean, YouTube's been doing it slowly. Now they got to the point to where they've completely killed you off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sucks.
If they can't, like, outright snuff you out, then they just limit you behind the scenes, is how it works.
Yeah. And then you got people like Honest Red who begs you to be on your fucking channel, and then
you mentioned him. I wasn't gonna go there, but you mentioned him.
Suck a dick, they want to make fucking stupid ass comments.
I wasn't gonna go there, but you mentioned him. You did say something mean to him. Can we just bury it? Okay, but like, at what point is it about egos and like nothing else? You know.
I tried to be nice to that little bastard. He wouldn't accept it, so fuck him up the butthole.
Did you try to be nice to him? Because didn't you?
I did.
Didn't you say his grandmother was like a squaw that got raped by
me being nice.
That's not nice. You called his grandmother a squaw, which I didn't even know the meaning of that word until I heard you said it, and that she got raped by the white man or something. That's not nice. He
was angry, but I said he was angry, and he had every right to be angry. Is what I said.
Okay, I think
that
maybe
was the nice part.
I think maybe you and him should have a conversation and bury the hatchet so I can hear the end of this someday. Because if someone said that about my grandma, I probably wouldn't be happy either.
I said, by the way, I didn't say his grandma. I said somewhere
there's
down
a recording
the
of it,
line.
Pimpmunk, there's a recording of it.
Somewhere down the line, a great grandma.
And the other one is on some lit silent rant.
I've seen all episodes of DP. Mr. Monk has about an 85. This person gave me 100 kroners from Sweden. The other one is on some lit silent rant. Good one. People from Europe are mean. I've always noticed that.
I got an 85 IQ.
That's pretty low. But how do you know that?
They'd be really upset if they seen my IQ. But never mind. I think IQs are fucking stupid anyway. But trust me, it's not 85. It's 72.
I've never had my IQ tested, so it could be awful.
I did when I was in high school, but that shit can change.
Yeah.
And it's not even legit. Dude, I know people who got high IQs are fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, it tests certain levels of intelligence that may not necessarily translate to common sense or wisdom. You know, in Dungeons and Dragons, there's 2 ability scorers, wisdom and intelligence, outside of the other ones. And I would always explain this when I would DM for people, the difference, because people are like, what's the difference between wisdom and intelligence? Intelligence is understanding things like, it's raining, you know what rain is. Wisdom is knowing what to do when it's raining to get out of the rain, basically.
Don't you know when Honest Red's a dumb fuck?
Dude, see, you're just doubling down on it. This is an ego thing at this point.
But he just called me a bitch in the chat room.
It's because you called him out.
He said something first in the chat room, though. So I would have said nothing to the little bitch ass if he wouldn't be a bitch ass.
You want me to bring him on and you can talk to him?
You can. I'm not in the mood, but you can.
I mean, I don't want to, this wasn't what I had planned for the show, but I wasn't even going to mention him. Oh, man. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, damn. See, I think you are in the mood. Otherwise, you wouldn't have mentioned him. I think you are in the mood.
All jokes aside, dude, I have no issue. This motherfucker always talking shit about me. Always.
It's because he feels.
Oh, he needs to get over that shit.
Well, he
get
feels
over
like
it. Quit being a cunt.
he feels like you kind of went below the belt, like if he was black and you were like, oh, your great grandmother was raped as a slave by their white master.
Was she?
I mean, is that appropriate to bring up though? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's not, and it wouldn't be appropriate in that situation either. So, you know.
He talked about so.
Well, you know. I don't know. He's probably gone.
Really, honestly, I don't have an issue with the dude if he just stopped mentioning me.
Okay, well then maybe like both of you need to take steps to bury the hatchet because he probably won't stop mentioning it.
Don't say a hatchet; he'll get offended.
No, that's tomahawk, not hatchet. Okay.
Okay. Tomahawk. Don't say tomahawk.
I mean, there's things me and him disagree with all the time, but it never gets really ugly. Like he's offended by the.
I haven't once said the R word tonight, Eric. So you're just lying.
He's offended by the Dave Chappelle special, but has also not watched it. So that's a disagreement. Honest Red.
Oh, well, that's a lot of people, though. I mean, I'm not going to just pick on him about that. A lot of people are constantly bashing the Dave Chappelle special and have not watched it. So.
Yeah. I think it can be worked out. I think Honest Red may have left, so I don't know. So we probably...
He's still there.
Is he? I don't see him. Oh, there he is.
And if he wants to be civil with me, I'll be civil with him. I truly... I'll tell you what, right now, Honest Red, I'm offering you a hand of not, friendship, but civility.
Aw. Cute. Like this.
Yeah, and we can work this out over time. Now, what I do want to do is play a couple videos and then see. Maybe he'll accept that. We'll see.
I hope so.
About the thing real quick on the screen. I heard about this a couple days ago and stuff. And what I did was I went on my channel and I just deleted all the streams that I'd done in the past that had yellow symbols. Because there at the bottom it's talking about that the monetization icons and stuff.
Oh,
I
know
limited
or no ads. I just delete, and that was a lot of videos, like 300 videos.
It shouldn't be that way. Like it's stupid.
Yeah.
They should be like
I didn't even.
They should be like, this video's inappropriate because at the 2.5 minute mark it does this, at the 10 and 3/4 minute mark it does that, and then allow you to private the video and delete all that shit, and then give them the perfect little video they want.
He just reminded me, Ben. This is look what he said there. And this just reminded me. I actually did apologize to that guy on Twitter. I publicly made a public apology on Twitter. And he said I had to make a video doing it. So I said, no, fuck you. So that's what made, and that's what he's doing now in the chat room. I'm not going to do that. I'm not saying I agree with him.
I'm not saying I agree with him. But his point is that you used your channel to make the statement. So he believes you should use your channel to retract the statement.
And I already did it. I said, I'm sorry I said it about your great-great-great-grandma, but you're still a cunt. That's what I said.
That's not
on my channel.
He's saying it.
It's an apology.
He's saying it in front of more viewers now than he would.
I just said it. Okay, here I was doing on Ben's channel, who has more viewers than I do. I'm sorry that I offended you. I am sorry that I offended you, buddy, okay? I'm sorry that I offended you. I'm sorry that I said it. How about that? Let me say that. I'm sorry that I said it. It was actually a joke because you made a joke insult toward me, so I made one toward you. But it was insensitive, and I should have said it. I apologize. That will be the last time I fucking say I'm sorry for it. If you can't accept that, you can go fuck yourself. Now, I will say that. But I am sorry that I said it.
Here is Trumpster Bob talking about European logic. Check this out. And everyone, please like the stream. Liking does translate to more views. This much is true. Let's try to get to over 100 viewers, if we can, please. Here's oh damn, Shabisky heard Trumpster Bob was coming and took off. What a coward.
So Bill Clinton goes to the fucking hospital with what's called a urological infection. Do y'all know what a urological infection is?
Man, he looks rough.
It's called European logic. And I
Yeah,
love
wow.
this term because it came from their forefathers right after World War One. A urological infection is an infection caused from butt fucking.
So you can only get like a urinary tract or a bladder infection if you butt fuck. That's what it's from.
Yeah, you can't get it from anything else.
Nope.
Anal sex. When you have anal sex and you put your pecker in another person's butt hole and you have sex with them without a rubber, no protection, and they got a little poop clogged up in there and you're pounding that poop and
you're pounding that poop. I love that. And you're pounding that poop.
He sounds like he's very experienced on the subject. He definitely knows.
Yep.
A lot about
going
butt
up
sex.
in your urethra.
That poop's going up in your urethra.
Your urethra.
Your pecker hole. And it just shoves that poop up in there and it stays in there the entire
He's never
time.
had butt sex in his life. God damn. Like, does he think like you gotta wring out your dick? Like, after.
You're giving your penis pink eye.
Shoved up poop up in your pee hole.
I mean, you have sex for like 2-3 fucking hours. Well, inside of 10 fucking
Who's
minutes.
fucking somebody in the butt for 2 hours?
Yeah, what the hell?
That butt hurt.
Turned
That's gonna be a hurting butthole.
That person cannot pass the butthole challenge.
into a
definitely not.
bacteria and turned into a bacterial infection.
So he's trying to say, because Bill Clinton got hospitalized for having some sort of urinary tract infection. He's old. He's like almost 90 years old or something, right? Or no, he's like in his 80s, I think. The reason why is because he's butt fucking.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
And he didn't wring out his dick after he was done butt fucking. Everyone knows you need to do that. Or
And then, of course, you get out of that butthole, you put your pants up, and you go on about your business, and then it turns into a fungus.
Who the fuck doesn't? If you don't wash yourself after having butt sex, that's like the butt sex is the least of your worries.
I wash myself off after any sex.
Yeah,
of any kind.
like especially butt sex. Though, like Jesus Christ.
It is a combination of bacteria and a fungal infection at the same time. These two infections combine to create what's called a urological infection, which is European logic. If you butt fuck somebody, you're gonna end up dead or with a fucking disease. It's not natural. It's common sense.
If it's not natural, why does it happen? Why has it been happening for like all of human history? It's definitely natural.
And zebras.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you go about determining whether it's natural, being that we could do it? That's normally done. I don't know.
The internet isn't natural, but Trumpster Bob's on it all the time.
Yeah. This seems a lot less natural than butt sex right here.
Be butt fucking somebody like that, right? Okay.
Shitty video.
So these guys are butt fucking each other. A lot of people in America end up with it. America is the #1 urological disease cesspool in the entire fucking planet. Besides, I think Sweden's
No, he just makes up everything he says. There's no, I don't even know if there probably are stats on that, but he doesn't know anything. He throws this shit out. He's also lied a bunch of times. He said he was like 6'2" or something, and he ended up being like 5'7".
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
Got his feet per capita, believe it or not. Sweden, piece of shit country. Sweden and Canada and America is right behind, I think, England and Britain.
Yeah, England and Britain. Those two places aren't the same. It's literally the same fucking place.
Two completely different places.
England and Britain.
In Germany and some of them other, we're like number 12 on the list, but we're up there. We are way up there.
Paris and France, and you know,
right.
You get Paris and you got France.
Paris and Europe.
You know? Yeah.
And so now you know why it's called Eurological. It's European logic. You just don't.
Are you serious? It's not even.
That is not what that's. Oh my god.
Yeah, because Europe it starts with an E, and urological starts with a U. Eurological.
I can't believe he just said that, dude. European logic has nothing to do with your fucking dick, bro. Come on.
Butt fuck somebody. It's just not healthy, right? Well, so Bill Clinton ended up with this
I like this coming from the guy who drinks like a 12-pack every fucking day, if not more. He's constantly drunk. I'm surprised.
Bad beer, too.
Yeah, Keystone Light.
Those big tall boys.
No bull. Abdominal. My bad. Can't even talk straight today. Abdominal in your tummy, right? Abdominal urinary tract infection. Now, what this causes, the result of all of that, is an overdrive of your urinary tract immune system.
Immune system.
Somebody said abominable.
Abominable.
I know. I'm going to have to explain that
Obama
to you also,
anal.
right? You don't
Obama
get it yet. Y'all's is that dumb?
You don't get it yet, you mohawk wearing motherfucker.
Happens is
he moved out of the mansion? Because that's not a mansion.
That is the room still. That place is hit up. It has all kinds of water damage and shit. It hasn't been taken good care of. And there's all these kind of like, not homeless, but like drifter kind of people renting rooms in this place. And then downstairs on the ground floor, they have like a casino. Like an illegal casino in the living room.
You create too many antibodies. You start creating blood clots. It closes off your pecker. Your pecker swells up. Your balls go up into you.
That's not how that works at all.
It's very painful for a man. It's more painful than motherfucking cancer of the balls, the nutsack. Them things are gonna go into you till they fucking go splat against the wall.
What? What did he just say? I don't know.
Infesting.
Is he saying your balls are gonna explode from the infection?
That's not a UTI. That's goddamn. That's a fucking stick of dynamite in your dick. I mean, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Firecracker dick.
The alien infection in your dick.
The rest of your body, and it's going to kill you unless you're treated for it. They do have a treatment for it, thank God, today. And Bill Clinton recovered. He's recovering nicely. He's reacting to the treatment. He ain't out of the woods yet. Oh, God, he had to survive. Anyway, this piece of shit of human trash.
Everybody survives UTIs, Bob. It's not like it's a death sentence. It's a UTI.
He's acting like it's something completely different that you get from having butt sex. Like, we made a cure for it.
He said, thankfully, we have a treatment for it. But then he's like, oh, God, Bill Clinton survived. It's like you were just thankful that there was a treatment, but now you're mad that Bill Clinton survived.
It looks like he's going to survive.
Pimpmunk, put your any long finger on your nose tip.
My any long finger.
I don't know what
fuck
an
is
any
that?
long finger is either. Is this some sort of Swedish translation?
Bob just said that Sweden was the worst fucking thing in the country. I mean, in the world. So there you go.
This is just proof that he's right.
I guess this is I'm gonna do it for you. This is my any long finger.
Good job, Pimp. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Now we're gonna watch some new Brett Keane content. He has new
Yay.
content. It's fucking abysmal.
Yay.
Here it is.
Welcome to BK Gaming. If you
Oh,
enjoy
God.
video
Yeah,
games,
like who is this woman in this picture? This is no one Brett Keane knows.
then this
That's
is the
not
place to
Dorn.
be.
No.
Don't forget to subscribe, comment,
Keen
and rate.
Family
And if you get an
Games.
opportunity, check out our books and music. All links in the description.
My longest finger is my middle finger, so I took my middle finger and touched my nose with it.
That's my longest finger. Sir.
So, I'm gonna agree with the overall point of Brett's video here, but his delivery sucks and the way he makes the point is awful.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a blessed day.
I am.
There's a big difference between bullying,
Bowling.
targeting, harassing,
Bullying.
belittling people,
Belittling.
demeaning, demoralizing, demonizing than that of comedy. Don't you all find it ironic that Netflix,
No, don't tell a joke about anything. You'll get in trouble. People want you to apologize on the goddamn platform. Don't ever tell a joke ever.
Bowling. And then he says it's ironic when he doesn't even understand what irony means, but
has been more than willing for the past couple of years to put out movies and films having to do with young children doing sexual acts.
No. He's talking about cuties. There's inappropriate
I've
stuff
made the
in it, but
point-
they're not doing sexual acts.
No, they're sexualizing children. They're
Right.
not doing sexual acts. So
It's like
there's
dancing.
a difference, and it's wrong. I don't know if you want to take it down, but I can't believe the people at Netflix are bitching about Dave Chappelle and not bitching about that. That's
Right.
what I always.
It's provocative. Dancing and provocative dress for young children.
10 and 11-year-old kids, 11-year-old kids, I think it was.
You know, there was this video that was on when I was a kid, and it was by a group called The Puppies, and they had a song called Funky Watusi. Funky Y2C. And it came out when I was probably like 11 or 12 years old. So, like, the kids in the video were the same age as me at the time when it came out. And I just remember the song, and it's a bunch of kids on a playground, like, dancing and stuff. I watched it, like, a year ago. First of all, it was the first video I ever saw twerking in, which is really fucking weird. And then I watched it, like, a year ago, because, like, oh, yeah, I remember that old song. And I played it, and I'm like, holy shit. It's like 12-year-olds, like 10, 11, 12-year-olds, like, twerking and shit in an old video from the early 90s. Like, what the
There's
fuck?
a lot of shit from our past. I mean, there was even, like, moments in Saved by the Bell that was a bit risky, you know, and stuff like that. So I get it.
Exploitation.
But I don't think it was quite as bad as Cuties, though.
It's pretty, like, I was the same age as the kids at the time, so I didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
But then when I watched it, like, a year ago, because I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that song. I'll play it because it was a good, catchy song back in the day. And then I watched it, and I'm like, oh, my God, that is, it's pretty fucking weird. I don't know if you remember it.
Also the 90s.
That song was like, hey, little mama, why you dress so funky? That was the song.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've heard it.
Is what they refer
But that was
to
also back when everybody didn't have that stick up their ass, too.
That's true.
as negligence. Cuties.
Negligence.
Remember that? How Netflix fought to have
How can we
a
not remember it was just several months, like 5-6 months ago, wasn't it? Yeah, damn, Brett.
About young children getting into sexuality.
That's not what it's about. It's provocative. It's risque. They're wearing skimpy outfits. They're dressing in a provocative way, but it's not them getting into sexuality. Your vocabulary is so fucking bad. It's unbelievable.
Now, if they just say it right, like they sexualize children.
Yes.
That's what it was. That's what it was. It was sexualizing young kids.
But he's making it sound like CP, like straight up, like they're getting into sexuality.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And there was no problem whatsoever. And they didn't even care that the fans out there of Netflix and subscribers were saying, hey, we're going to shut this all down. We're going to get away from it. Netflix fought hand over heel and were willing to die on a hill that wasn't even worth dying for.
And they're doing that for Dave too, Britt.
But then David Chappelle comes along, tells a couple jokes, and now it's the end of the world, ladies and gentlemen. Now all of a sudden it's a big deal.
Honest Red said, if you watch the Dave Chappelle special, then Cuties was obviously not enough for you to cancel your subscription. What if you didn't have a subscription? What if I didn't have a subscription until I heard Dave Chappelle had a new comedy special and everyone was crying about it? So then I got Netflix. Because that's literally what I did. I was like, oh shit, Dave Chappelle did a comedy special and everyone's crying about it. I have to watch this because I'm probably going to like it. Is what I did.
Oh, it was it was one of the most important stand-up specials in the last 20 years. It was a story. It wasn't just a couple of jokes. If you haven't watched it from the beginning to the end, you do not have the right to bitch about it, because just listen to Brett. It's an amazing special.
You know what's funny is I went through compilation after compilation of David Chappelle's.
He keeps calling him David Chappelle. And I guess maybe his real name is David, but he doesn't go by that. So why do you keep calling him David?
Clips where he talks about the transgender community. He talks about homosexuality. And one thing I've noticed about David Chappelle that many of you may not have noticed if you're living under a rock or trapped in a toilet.
What if you're trapped in a bed in a mobile home? How about that?
I'm a toilet boy. Oh, he said toilet. I had to do that.
On its process of flushing, is David Chappelle has done over 1,000 jokes having to do with white people. And I just happen to be a white guy. I happen to fit right.
Are you a white guy, Brett?
He's exceptionally white because he never leaves his home, too.
Into the bracket of a majority of his jokes about Caucasians. And I can't think of one single joke that he ever told about white people that caused me to go, oh my God.
Brett, you need a nasal decongestant because your nose, you always talk and it sounds like your nose is plugged all the time.
Yeah, he's got a snotty language.
Yeah. He might have to get what I had, internal nasal resculpting. I basically had a nose job, but they didn't change the outside appearance of my nose. They went into my nose and hollowed out everything to make my nasal passages wider and more clear. Yeah. It was done by a cosmetic surgeon.
Unfortunately, I have to say this. Brett is actually making a decent point here.
Like I said at the beginning, I agree with his overall point. His delivery is trash, and he's not smart. Someone said deviated septum. No, they didn't change my septum. They used this special tool that re-sculpts the flesh inside of your nose. And my nose was all weird and scabby for like 2 to 3 months afterwards because they literally melted away the flesh inside of my nose. And in order to get it, they had to give me, no lie, like 14 Novocaine shots directly up into my nose. They stuck that shit in there. It hurt. I was like, you know, when you get hit in the nose, like anywhere here, you're going to tear up. So I was just crying. I had a sneezing fit a few times too. It was awful.
It's just terrible. That's awful. You gotta cancel this guy.
That's awful.
Everything I've heard this guy say has been absolutely gold. It's funny. And I hate to admit it, but I would say probably 95% of the things that he has actually said about white people has been absolutely correct.
That's a fake laugh, but okay.
Yeah, broken clock, though. I agree with Brett here.
Yeah.
One thing about David Chappelle.
I do. One thing about Chappelle, snort. I saw you were on Hannibal and Monty's stream talking about Dave Chappelle. What? I didn't get to watch it all. What was your take?
Oh my God.
What was their take on it?
Okay, they agree with us for the most part, but here's the thing, though. There was a guy on the show called Apollos, and he went on a transphobic rant. Let's just say that. And me and him had some words because I had to step up and defend transgenders, of course. And I was like, dude, you're not helping Dave's point at all here. And Monty actually had to end the show early because what the dude was saying, because they were afraid that, they were afraid it was going to hurt the show because everybody was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, now I have to go listen to it because I want to hear that shit.
Probably 95% of the things that he has...
I want to hear his snort again here.
...actually said about white people has been absolutely correct. One thing about David Chappelle...
Was that a snort or a fart?
That was a snort.
Is he seems to have this ability to...
If you just came to the stream, hit the like button. Pepita Chips, just because I unbanned your annoying ass, you should like the stream too. And
I say reban him because I hate that fucking person.
Who?
Pepita Chips. I hate that fucking
Yeah. Oh man, I had to change of heart and unban a whole bunch of people several months ago. Give me a like. Let's get the stream up higher. Let's get more viewers in here. Liking the stream is a free thing you can do. And I do want to thank Jennifer Robbins for being the only donor so far tonight. I appreciate you. And if you can throw me a couple bucks. Time is hard. You know what? It's hard on everybody, so I understand why certain things are lower. I noticed the cost of food has gone up like crazy. My rent went up $200 a month. It's crazy. It's like the people who already have money are trying to make back the money that they couldn't make during the pandemic, so they raise the prices on everything. It's trash.
Well, food prices are going up. Cost of food is going up everywhere right now.
Oh, dude, there's a whole bunch of cargo ships stuck in the harbor in downtown Seattle waiting to unload.
Dude, you see meat prices lately?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking meat. Oh, my God.
Produce is like that, too. And there's a shortage. Like, some places are out of toilet paper and fucking paper towels again.
To not only be a great storyteller, but he also seems to understand humanity and its behaviors and the things that people do.
Brett Keane Game Channel. Like, it's a singular game. Okay.
And this isn't a game anyway.
God, I hate to do this again, but he did just make an actual great point.
No, I mean he
really did make a great point.
He used to make great points as an atheist all the time.
Yeah. I mean he does get it here right. He got that right. I do believe Dave Chappelle has this fucking thumb on the fucking pulse of humanity. I really do. I believe that with all my heart. Dave Chappelle is he's a genius, and I want to respectfully reply to Honest Radio. He's saying that basically, he said no, it's a coincidence that all the transphobics are coming out in support of that. That you can't use that. That's not a good argument.
A bunch of people being dumb isn't a good.
Yeah,
argument.
exactly. I mean, I'm respectfully honest, Red. I'm respectfully disagreeing with you on this one because just saying that it's kind of dishonest, Red. To be honest, Red, it's kind of dishonest to say, well, it's all transphobics are supporting Dave because of this. No, they will jump on anything because they see a lot of people mad about what Dave's saying, so they're jumping on it in support of it to piss those people off. Don't you think that may be what they're doing?
And they're not coming to, like, the Netflix rally. Did you see what happened with Dick Masterson and his buddy at the Netflix walkout?
I didn't.
They showed up with signs that said Dave is funny and jokes are funny because they're trolls. Dick Masterson wrote a book called Men Are Better Than Women and went on Dr. Phil acting like the biggest misogynist on earth because that's what he does. That's his shtick. Okay?
Yeah.
Dick Masterson's real name is not Dick Masterson. It's like a very Hispanic name. He's Mexican, okay? And they went holding up these signs, and they literally got physically assaulted. The one guy who was like a bigger guy, they broke his sign, and all that was left was like the pole that they had the sign on. And then they all tried to be like, he's got a weapon. It's like, no, he's holding the pole from the sign that you just broke. Okay? And
the funny thing about that is, if any kind of internet news covers it, it'll be saying,
it got national coverage. It got national fucking coverage. Yes, and a whole bunch
of...
I
bet he looked negative. He looked negative.
Yeah, they said they were there screaming slurs and attacking people when literally all of the video evidence shows that they were attacked. Well, all that happened to the one guy, Vito, was that they broke his sign and then said the pole in his hands after the sign was broken was a weapon. So he just dropped it like, I don't got a weapon. But then Dick Masterson, who's a little smaller than Vito, they came and tried to steal his sign, and when he wouldn't let it go, this like steroidal, they call him Antifa Smurf because he was all dressed in blue. But he looked really strong. He was a short guy, but he looked solid, like muscular. He shoved Dick Masterson into this thing that had like this big rock on it, and he hit his head. And all of these people have been identified, by the way. One of them is a writer for Netflix who is writing for the Frasier reboot that's about to come out next year.
I'm looking forward to that too.
And his name is Joe Cristalli, and he deleted all of his social media after this happened. All of it.
All right.
Yes. And then this other guy, his shit's coming out. They found out who he is, and they're going to sue them. They're going to sue them and Netflix because these were Netflix employees that attacked them on Netflix property at an event sanctioned by Netflix. Mm-hmm. And all they were doing, all the video, there's no video evidence of them even antagonizing anyone. They're just being like, Dave is funny, jokes are funny, Dave is funny. They're being trolls. And these people could not control themselves enough. That does not make your movement look good. There was almost as many media people there as there were protesters there. So when two counter protesters show up and they're not getting in your face, you're the one getting in their face, you're the one breaking their sign, you're the one pushing them. They're not even saying anything bad. They're just saying jokes are funny. You look bad. Whether you're in the right or not.
But the media is fucking shit, bro.
Yep.
They're so shit. And I have issue, like, okay, here's another issue why the media fucking sucks. I have issues with some things Joe Rogan has said lately, but like it's like CNN flat out lied on Joe Rogan. Flat out fucking lied on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And, look, I mean, saying that he took a horse pill, which he did not.
I had an argument with my mom and dad about this because they watch CNN religiously. And when I tried to explain to them, like, yeah, they use it for horses, but they also use the same medication for humans. I'm not saying it works for COVID, but I'm saying it's not. Just say, they should have just said, Joe Rogan took unproven medication for COVID. That would have been true.
That's good. That's a good point.
Don't say Joe Rogan takes horse dewormer.
Yeah. Because like I said, some of the things Joe Rogan's done lately, I may disagree. Doesn't mean I dislike Joe Rogan.
Sure.
It means I dislike what he said. Like, but That was a flat out lie. I mean, flat out fucking lie. He proved it to be a lie.
It is a lie. It's like you don't need to lie. Like you already have the upper hand because most of medical science doesn't think ivermectin helps with COVID. So you already have that. Why do you have to lie and say he took veterinary medicine when there's plenty of medications that are used in both humans and animals. Even like antidepressants are used. I remember one time my dog had a surgery and they prescribed her Vicodin. Or no, Ultram, which is like a lower type of Vicodin. It's like one level below Vicodin.
Yeah, I took Ultram before. I took it all, man. I'm a fucking junkie.
And Honest Red, the ultra wokester says the horse paste thing is a rib. Is it the news is doing a rib, or are they reporting the fucking news, dude? Like they reported it as if it was news. It wasn't an opinion piece. Tramadol, Tramadol and Ultram are the same thing. Ultram is like the brand name of Tramadol. Yeah. No, Honest Red, come on. I know you're very strong on being on one side really hard, but seriously, the whole Dave Chappelle special is just a rib.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
CNN, the difference is Dave Chappelle's a comedian and CNN is the fucking news.
Exactly. But when they're fucking with people like Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan, who are very powerful people, by the way.
They're jealous at Joe Rogan's audience.
Yes. Joe Rogan's audience is
bigger than CNN's audience now.
Yes, it is. It is. It's bigger than CNN. It's very large. Joe Rogan, they call him the king of media now. That's what they fucking call him.
He replaced Howard.
Yes, he did. He replaced Howard Stern. He's more powerful than Howard Stern. I think he's more powerful than Howard Stern ever was, to be honest with you.
It's such a different time. It's really hard to say.
Well, that's true. That's true. I'll give you that. But, I mean, it's just he's so high. And Dave Chappelle, dude, this ain't doing nothing but y'all stupid. Because, y'all going to cancel his film coming out of all these independent festivals? Well, he's releasing it in 10 cities, and I guarantee you every fucking release is going to be fucking jam-packed, sold out. It's not going to hurt his film at all. Dave Chappelle is not a transphobic person. He is
he's an equal opportunity comedian, just like Matt Stone and Trey Parker. They've made trans jokes before.
Yeah, it's really weird how, like, if someone makes jokes in cartoon form, it seems like you can get away with way more than if you just said it, like, straight up, and it's like, how does that even make sense? Like,
so I do want to bring this up. Howard Stern is like 10, 12 years older than Joe Rogan. He's like in his mid to late 60s, and Joe Rogan's in his mid 50s. Joe Rogan is worth about $100 million based on websites. Who knows how accurate they are. The same website projects Howard Stern is worth $650 million.
But now, Howard Stern has been way more famous for way longer.
I mean, there was a time where it wasn't... So, him moving to satellite radio, it killed his exposure, but it made him more money. But he was tired of being at the mercy of the government. He has the record...
But then he went soft.
Well, no, he has the record for the most fines by the federal government, by the FCC. Yeah, he went soft because he got older and the world changed. He saw the adjustments for like... and he got married to a way younger woman, and she softened him up too. But yeah, it's different now.
Yeah. But, you got people like Honest Red, who I'm just saying this because he's the one making the arguments in the chat room. I'm not picking on Honest Red, I promise.
Okay.
But you got people like Honest Red making these arguments, but you're not hearing him make arguments against the trans community who bullied Daphne Dorman, who bullied that poor girl. I mean, they dragged her horribly, and she killed her fucking self. But why aren't you bashing them?
He's gonna call that whataboutism. He's probably typing it right now.
And I think that's one of the reasons why some of these folks out here are so offended. They wouldn't get offended if he was up there just making some shit up.
He was up there or just sitting there.
They wouldn't be offended if it was just some goofy little thing, but he really gets deep into the MO of any group or community he's talking about. When I watch him, I don't feel like I'm just watching a comedian. I don't feel like I'm just watching someone who's funny or there to tell me jokes. I feel the same way about him as whenever I listen to Bill Burr or George Carlin. I feel like there's a story and a moral to everything that he says.
First time I ever saw Dave Chappelle, Robin Hood Men in Tights. His name is Achu in the movie Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, he was.
And then Half Baked after that.
And if you
remember him in Nutty Professor where he fucking bashed the Fat Eddie Murphy? Yeah, he was in that too.
Yeah, he was the comedian at the club. Yeah, he's making fun of him for being fat.
Tension.
Yeah.
And you really, really cut through the layers of the onion.
I'll tell you what, Dave Chappelle lives in a town called Yellow Springs, Ohio. It's like 20 minutes east of Dayton. I don't know this. I don't have facts to back this up, but I'm guessing he's one of the only black people in that entire town, and he's easily the richest person in that town. Because Dayton isn't a place where rich people live, and yeah, not a lot of black people living there. More in the town of Dayton, though, not out of the city where he lives.
You're going to see that
yeah,
he is a master.
I love black people.
Just like George Carlin. Everything had many, many different concepts to it. Every story told. There's several different ways that you can look at it.
Yes, Men in Tights was a Mel Brooks
The one thing
film.
I noticed that's most important is his jokes are so open and so honest, so factual, so truthful, that when you listen to it, the only way you can see evil in it is if you're deliberately and intentionally looking for evil, or you manifest evil where evil does not exist. There's so many different positive ways that you can take his jokes. There's so many different ways of learning a lesson when listening to guys like Dave Chappelle or the old dead and gone George Carlin.
Dead and Gorn, you mean, Brett? Dead and Gorn.
George Carlin was known. He actually did a thing having to do with rape on stage. He did a joke about that. People were aggravated. Even I myself, whenever I listened to George Carlin say that even things like rape can be funny, it offended me.
Anything can be funny. Literally
anything can be funny. And by the way, people, let me say this real quick, because I am a fucking student of comedy. Everybody knows that I love comedy. Comedy is my favorite thing in the world. Comedy, people get so mixed up. Everybody thinks, when you think comedy, you think laughter. Well, comedy isn't all about fucking laughter. It's supposed to make you think. It's supposed to piss you off. It's an art form to itself. It's not just about making everybody giggle, giggle, giggle. Somebody is supposed to be offended by comedy. Every joke is supposed to offend somebody. Because why? Because comedy comes from reality. Comedy comes from the darkest parts of reality in most cases. So somebody will be offended.
But
That's
I never
just the way it is.
Thought one single time that I need to have George Carlin canceled. There was never like a place in my head where I said, man, this guy needs to be fired. He shouldn't have the right to be able to say what he wants. And I'm going to make it clear one more time. There is a difference between jokes, philosophical points, and then there's people who intentionally try to hurt other people. And I don't think anybody that's ever watched a special or a show by Dave Chappelle would ever get the idea that he wanted to harm anybody. There's only a couple different groups I can think of that he would probably get a great refreshing relief from if he were to watch them go down in ashes.
There was one thing out of the Dave Chappelle special that I wish he hadn't have said, but he was being sarcastic in my opinion. When he said he was Team Turf, I wish he would have left that alone.
Yeah, I think he also called himself transphobic comedian Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. That was the point I made on Hannibal Money when I did that show talking about that. He also called himself transphobic many a times. It was a clear joke. It was a clear him being a sarcastic asshole. That's what he was being. That's what he meant when he was saying Team Turf as well. But the whole turf movement is kind of fucked up. I'll give you that. It's fucked up. It's a bigoted movement. But that's the only thing. But
yeah.
he was.
Oh no, I don't agree with that movement at all. I have to wonder the miserable type of person that would pick that as their cause in life.
Yeah, that's a fucking horrible movement. But yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be the corporations.
If you're involved in a movement or a group or a fan base that is specifically exists to hate someone or something. You're in a hate group. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're in a hate group.
You are in a hate group. Exactly. Shabisky's in 3.
Even the Onision people, the people that hated Onision. It doesn't matter that he's a bad guy. Eventually, the people that hated Onision became worse than Onision. They were in a hate group.
Yeah, but I got to respond to Honest Red again.
Okay.
What did he say about Caitlyn Jenner that was not true? What did he say about Caitlyn Jenner that was violent or even remote? He didn't say anything really derogatory about Caitlyn Jenner. He just said she was a woman for a year, then she won Woman of the Year. And by the way, I know you're going to go next to the impossible beyond pussy joke, which is fucking hilarious, by the way.
That was
the
funny.
Impossible pussy. That was a funny fucking joke, dude. That was hilarious. I wish I'd have thought of that joke. That was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. That would be these greedy-ass organizations who claim that this is all about trying to bring diversity and get rid of division, who happen to be the same people who are actually causing the problem and the issue. How is it that a person can think that a joke is so bad that it's worth canceling someone over, taking their life away? What's more offensive?
This has been happening for a while, too. Like, we act like this is a new thing. I remember Gilbert Gottfried made a joke about the earthquake in Japan that killed a bunch of people, and he lost his Aflac sponsorship because of that. So
it's just gotten worse this past 2 years. It's
been going on. Like, I remember Michael Richards. He was one of the early people to get canceled, too.
Well, yeah, but Michael Richards.
Now, that wasn't a joke, by the way.
No,
that was not him telling a joke. That was him being mad at black people in the audience and calling them the N-word.
Racist.
Yeah.
He was being very racist on stage. Yeah, that's the difference. He wasn't saying like, a black guy walked in a bar joke. He was saying, you N-word, you N-word. It was bad. It was bad. Horrible, horrible.
To you folks, taking someone's livelihood away from them. I don't know if many of you know this, but Dave Chappelle is married. He has children.
Are you going to bring up that she's Asian or something?
Asian?
I heard she's Asian. I didn't even know this until recently.
She is Asian.
I don't care. Like, I don't look into the personal lives of celebrities, so.
I have heard him on his shows talk repeatedly about his son and some of the experiences he's had. If you were to take away his shows and you were to take away his ability to be able to do comedy, then him and his family would be in serious trouble. They would lose everything. Sure, he'd last for a little while because he's pretty rich. But if he doesn't have any venue to go to, he's going to lose everything. It happens to a lot of celebrities, a lot of musicians, and all that.
Comedy. Comedy
instead of comedy. Comedy. It does sound like he says that. Comedy.
Comedy.
Come on this D, baby.
Come.
Oh, dang.
And I don't understand why it is that people think it's so good for someone to have their livelihood taken away, but a joke is, in your eyes, a crucifixion. You know, George Carlin, he's well known for doing stand-up comedy, talking massive trash on religion, the concept of God, people's belief.
Nothing is sacred. And it's the exact same shit with South Park. I don't know why South Park, like, no one's called for them to be canceled. Maybe because they don't care. Yeah. I think in a way they kind of don't even want to do that show anymore, but the money is just unbelievable. Last year they only did 2 episodes.
And they kind of got a little bit more PC too.
No, they made fun of it. PC Principle?
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nothing is sacred.
But that's right. Nothing is sacred. Not even making jokes about certain types of people maybe getting raped years ago. Nothing is sacred.
People's ideologies. He has went after taboo things about the way we look at life, the stupid things we say, the stupid things we do. And every single time I laughed and said, you know what, George has got a point. I never said to myself, the man's got to be shut down. The man's got to be canceled. I'm all for seeing people who are out there trying to hurt people. If you're a racist and you're a part of the Ku Klux Klan, then I think that you should go bye-bye. I don't see any benefit at all in society to have something like that around. If you are a Nazi and you are anti-Semitic and you actually want to physically annihilate Jews, then yeah, I'd have an issue with that. However, if you're a comedian and you're up there cracking jokes, but at the same time you actually say, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I love everybody. But I find different groups have strange behaviors and acts, which is what David Chappelle always prefaces his jokes with.
God, Brad's actually making
Why would you get offended?
Oh, I just hate hearing him talk, but he makes points.
It's true.
He's making a few points.
Right. It's true.
Why would you get bothered? But the thing that's most ironic of all is that for the last few years, we've been going through this whole thing about Black Lives Matter, right?
Oh.
About how people should have equal rights. Well, if you can't even tell a joke, if you can't even go on stage and talk in front of a bunch of people who paid to actually see you and hear you, then what does equal rights even mean? Does it mean that you have the right to go out into a protest and tear other people's signs down?
Oh, you just mentioned the Dick Masterson shit. Yeah. I don't agree with... I think Dick Masterson is a really funny guy. I've hung out with him in person before. I don't agree with his political takes, most of them.
Yeah.
But he was in the right in this. It doesn't matter if you disagree with his views on things. See, there's this weird thing now where, like, if you disagree with someone politically, they can never be right about anything.
Yeah.
They were going there to troll. They did not put hands on anybody. They didn't say anything weird or wrong. They said, Dave is funny. Jokes are funny. And they were physically attacked. Those people deserve to be arrested for attacking them. Mm-hmm. And it makes their side look very bad, even if their side is right.
It's funny that you said that, because in the chat room somebody said when Brett Keane is on your side, maybe it's time to switch sides.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah. No.
That's not how it works.
They were making a joke. I think, but still.
Okay.
Mean that only your words are important.
Stop playing Brett before he makes too much sense.
I know. Thank you, guys. If you could throw me a couple bucks, I would really appreciate it.
Oh, damn. This is what Brett
Honest
does,
Red, are you
though.
talking about this other shit again?
Yes, he just asked, are we still talking about this shit? Then he brought up shit we was talking about an hour and a half ago.
Did he go back?
He's saying that because of what I said earlier. But it doesn't matter. It's okay. I love you, Honest Red. Let's have lemonade together, okay?
Honest Red is Native American. He actually is. He has a res card and shit like that. So we shouldn't call his Native Americanness into question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
You know, you shouldn't. You shouldn't do that.
I haven't seen the card. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's a joke. I love you. Let's have lemonade.
But anybody else?
Unless you didn't say, like, we smoke 'em peace pipe, Kimo Savi.
You just did that. I didn't do that.
Whoa.
Sounds like something you would say, though, not me.
I'm highly offended.
No.
Whoa.
He thinks differently.
That was actually a funny joke, though. I think I'm pretty funny.
They don't matter.
You're a liar from the
Who
pits of
actually
hell.
matters in all this? Because it seems to me that politics and these big time corporations, they're using all these little woke people and cancel culture people and these people who whine about their feelings constantly, the safe zoners. It seems like the corporations are simply using these people as an excuse to be able.
Why does it sound like an Asian? Oh, because migration from Asia. Oh, my God. I mean, that's not how natives actually sound. Well, first of all, there's so many different native accents. Like the ones I heard in New Mexico, I could tell what Pueblo someone was from based on their accent alone. And they all have different languages. So the Asian migration doesn't really have much to do with it that much. But maybe Rio, I mean, like Rio, what? You're Hispanic, right? Is Rio Hispanic?
He's Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah, I think you.
Yeah, so he's probably got a good amount of native ancestry if he lives in the Americas somewhere.
He sounds weird when he talks.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
But yeah, like
I love him.
I always love the story of they recruited a bunch of they recruited a bunch of oh my God, what are they called? Oh God, I'm kind of drunk right now. So Navajos. They recruited a bunch of Navajos in World War II to talk to be coders, basically. Code talkers is what they called them. They took them to Europe and they would broadcast messages to each other in their language from one end of the theater of war to the other.
The wind talkers is what they call them.
And none of wind talkers. Yeah, none of the Germans or Italians or any of the Axis powers knew how this language worked. It was not Germanic. It wasn't Latin. It wasn't Slavic.
Gotta love Brett's gaming channel.
Huh? Yeah, I love this game that he's playing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it was such an obscure language to anyone, even people in the United States, that they could. It was a coded language. You know, I think that's a cool story.
It's not that cool.
Dude, come on.
What?
I don't know. I guess we got to get to the bottom of your problem with indigenous people of the Americas, Pimpmunk.
I love them. Just there's one of them I don't really care for.
I don't know about that. There's always these people you really don't like, Pimpmunk. It's weird.
There's a lot of people I don't like.
Yeah, but like some of them are, Even some of them, like Repsion, is okay with you. I could ask Repsion what he thinks of you, and he would be like.
Well, because there's nothing bad about me not to like, though.
Come on.
I mean, there's things about him.
Okay. Now, Billy, are you wearing a Pimpmunk costume?
Well, me and Billy are very similar about our goodness.
You're similar in more ways than that.
We're not greatness. We haven't reached greatness like Shabisky, but we're goodness.
Stuff start to get big.
But let me make it perfectly clear. I do not have a problem with indigenous people. I love them indigenous people. They got good outfits.
Good outfits? Are you serious? They don't wear that shit anymore, dude. Not unless it's like a ceremonial thing.
I was on a Greyhound bus and I seen 37 of them wearing them damn outfits.
No, you were not. No, you were
maybe
not.
I was high.
No, you were not. I did go in Albuquerque. They have the Gathering of the Nations, which is literally the biggest indigenous gathering in the world, and it's not just what we would call like Indians or Native Americans. It was the Aboriginals from Australia would show up, and even certain other indigenous tribes from little pockets here and there would come to it. It's really cool.
It's very cool. I've seen stuff like it. It's very cool. And I really, look, dude, I don't have no problem with indigenous people. Let's make that clear. Just one of them.
Just one of them. See, the thing is like, now if you tag a joke on the end of what you said, it's not the same anymore. Like, they look at that as what you said before was like, I don't know. Dude, we're old. That's what it is. We're old.
Yeah, you didn't get that joke, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't.
How? Never mind. Nothing. I'm not going there. I'm going to stop when
you probably should.
I love all indigenous people. Even the ones in Australia.
Yeah, the Aboriginals. If you want to throw us a like, that would be really cool. My Streamlabs link is in the description. If you could throw me a couple bucks, I would really, really, really appreciate it. Like, bigly. Bigly.
Yeah. Also, help me out with a doctor thing, too. But help Ben out first. I mean,
Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill. Would you date a woman that could beat your ass? Because she probably could beat your ass at this point.
No.
No?
I don't know.
Hold on.
How good the blowjob is. See, I don't like that muscular leg.
Look at those
thing,
legs,
man.
Dude. She could kick your head off your neck.
Yeah, she could. And she's a beautiful lady. I know. I've seen other pictures of her. She's a beautiful woman. It's just those legs terrify.
She was a college basketball player too, so she's like super tall.
Just think about if you're eating her pussy and she gets too excited.
I didn't know
I
didn't know who she was, and then me and Scott went to the AEW show in Chicago, and I saw her walk down the ramp, and I'm like, who is that? I wanted her to win too, but she lost.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Just those legs scared the fuck out of me.
I mean, look at the men wrestlers too. They all have really thick thighs because you got to be strong to like lift someone up above your head and shit. Someone of equal size to you. Yeah, she's badass. She's my favorite woman wrestler.
Too.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you're ripped like that and you got boobs like that, they're probably fake.
Oh, they're definitely.
Because you're burning so much fat, like a woman burning fat like that to have that kind of, like they're cut like that. You can't keep the fat in your boobs.
China?
Yeah.
The original China had no titties.
She was taking roids, dude. She was taking roids, and roids melt fat and build muscle. So to have.
She also had that jaw, too.
Yep, she got that taken care of. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, a woman taking steroids.
This chick's very attractive. Very attractive. Just the legs part I don't like. But then, I mean, I'm a fat fucker, so I can't judge nobody's body part.
You wouldn't turn her down.
Oh, no. I mean, the only thing would scare me is if I'm eating her coochie and she got too excited. And her
she'd kill you.
My head split. Yeah, my head be split like a grape.
What if she was like, all right, like we can spend the night together, but I gotta be able to punch you in the face 3 times.
Well, I've been punched in the face so many fucking times. That would get a little pussy. That wouldn't bother me. Punch me, I don't give a shit.
Okay, all right.
I've had my face look like a goddamn taco open before. I don't give a damn.
Her name is Jade Cargill. She is my favorite woman wrestler out there.
Yeah, my favorite woman wrestler out there is none of them.
None of them?
No, actually, who would be?
You
know
liked
who
Becky Lynch like a year or 2 ago?
I do. I just thought Becky Lynch is one Caucasian chick that I would let murder me with sex. But anyways, who I don't know. I guess Becky Lynch would probably.
Becky Lynch is not Asian? Did you say she was Asian?
No, I said I'd let her kill me.
Oh, okay.
I said one Caucasian.
Oh, okay. Chick. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, but now who I don't like, everybody else likes is Charlotte Flair. I can't stand her.
I met her sister in Chicago.
Yeah.
When I went there.
Well, I seen her speak at VidCon. Her, Triple H.
I saw her when NXT did their first show outside of Florida. Charlotte was a rookie wrestling there, and she had Rick ringside as like her manager at the time. And Becky Lynch wrestled that night.
To put him to the ground lately, hadn't he? Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That damn Dark Side of the Ring made me look at Rick a little different.
That was a hit piece, and there's already so many. Like Rob Van Dam said, they edited me to say things I didn't say. And the woman in that, if you look into it, she's got a whole rap sheet in her past. She went to prison for robbing a jewelry store not too long ago.
Yeah, but that don't make her lying about that.
Yeah, that makes her less credible. That gives her less credibility and a reason to lie for money.
That's victim blaming, Ben.
I don't give a fuck. She's got to prove she's a victim before that's victim blaming.
God damn it, Benjamin.
You got to prove saying you're a victim doesn't make you one.
I'm a victim of you, Ben.
Okay.
And you're victim blaming.
Okay.
God damn it, you should be.
Saying you're a victim doesn't make you one, and someone questioning someone who claiming to be a victim isn't victim blaming.
And someone saying that you're a bad person,
dismissing it as victim blaming is a disservice to actual victims.
I think you should be canceled.
Okay.
Hashtag cancel BENPAI.
Okay. Actually, let's do this one. Let's do another Brett.
Welcome to BK Gaming. If you enjoy video games, then this is the place to be. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and rate. And if you get an opportunity, check out our books and music. All links in the description. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keene, and I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. As many of you know, I'm running the
and she gonna bitch about this.
Yep.
Games channel, where if you look at the front of my channel, you can see playlist of Autumn Keene, Justin Keene, my brother, my son Xavier Keene is going to be doing some videos soon, and also my wife Dawn Keene has been doing gameplay videos having to do with Fallout 4. And we'll be doing some other content.
What a pretty bride, Dawn King.
And of course, I myself, I make videos. I also do reviews. I talk about movies, music, and things that I see happening, going on in the world. There has been some limitations I've put on myself, ladies and gentlemen, such as staying away from religion and politics and all that.
Staying away.
But unfortunately,
staying away, not staying away. Staying away.
You said politics too.
Yeah.
Politics.
The Locust God, I don't really see why you defend Flair hard when you yourself said that he probably did. I didn't say that. I don't know what Ric Flair did. I will say that this one specific story, there's a lot of holes in it. There was selective editing. There's a lot of people.
Put it in a lot of holes.
Hold on. There, like, Rob Van Dam was the reason everyone was like, oh, see, even Rob Van Dam said he saw it. And Rob Van Dam has come out and been like, no, they edited what I said to make it sound like I said that I saw that when I didn't see it. And there's questionable, you have to, like, anyone crying victim, especially after like 2 decades, we have to question their motivation for why they're doing it now. If they're willing to do it now, what's the difference between now and why they didn't do it then? We can't always look at it, well, like, oh, sometimes they're too traumatized. That might be true, but we still have to question why they're saying it now then. We have to. We have to be fair and objective when we look at situations like that. We have to question both sides. We have to be fair. We can't create these tropes around, well, they do this because of this, therefore anyone that's accused of this is guilty of it because no one should be able, like, we shouldn't question anything about someone that claims to be a victim. That's not, like, that's bullshit logic.
Due to a lot of things that are happening in politics, it is affecting video games that I enjoy, comic books that I collect and enjoy.
Right, you've always talked about this shit. Don't act like you don't talk about this shit. You do talk about this shit on a constant basis. Shut the fuck up.
I was trying to not talk about this because it's for gaming.
Loved in the past, as well as the movies, television, and everything else. Marvel, as well as DC, and also other organizations that produce comic books and artwork and material that I have always enjoyed, have been going through drastic changes due to a community out there that is referred to as the woke movement. These are people who feel like they are misrepresented or not represented at all, and they feel like they have to grab a hold of every major franchise that exists in the world. Examples such as Star Trek, Star Wars.
I hate it when people say Star Trek.
Yeah, I heard that too, Star Trek.
I really hate it when people say Star Trek.
And several iconic movies and television characters that have become almost like a cult following to them. The woke organizations have decided.
Woke organizations?
Wait a minute, there is no organization of woke. Now, come on, bro.
And communities have decided to target major characters in movies and comic books and television shows and then turn their sexuality upside down.
Oh, nope, they did not do this here. They created a new character. It's not the original Superman. It's Superman's son. It's Clark Kent's son. So they did not change a character and make him gay. They created a new character and made him bisexual. This is ridiculous and stupid argument that I've been hearing people make. They did not change the fucking character, okay? They did not do that. It's a new character.
Change the entire identity of characters because, one, they hate identity. They hate the idea of people being called males or females biologically.
No. Male and female biologically is not the same thing as man and woman. They're not against... okay.
Instead
he doesn't understand sex and gender. He doesn't understand the difference.
Learning to accept facts and what science actually teaches us, they have decided that they want to make reality whatever
Brett,
it is.
It's almost as if we live in a society.
Brett is wrong. We don't live in a society.
That they believe. These are the same type of people who create safe zones, places that they can go and hide whenever they feel like the world has been too mean to them or doesn't agree with their ideologies. They are almost cult-like. It's almost like a hardcore religion or a hardcore skeptical group going one way and another group going this way. Even though they claim to have two different ideologies, they all seem to be strenuous, stressful, and will bully and push their ideologies no matter how.
He's so annoying.
To the
Just get to your fucking point, Brett.
They claim to be. This is a group that is not happy with what something like Star Wars is. And I'll give you an example. The groups out there, they wanted it to where there were more female Jedis, and they wanted their idea to be pushed, and they wanted more diversity in movies, according to them. But when they got their way, they decided that in order for them to have their diverse characters, they would need to destroy nostalgic characters that existed before.
Yeah, I always loved Shazam's old sidekick Speedy. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, Steamboat. That was his name. Steamboat. Have you ever seen this shit?
Yeah, I was.
Shazam had a sidekick named Speedboat or Steamboat.
Whoa.
Yeah,
it looks a little red. It looks a little racist. That's why you know facepalm when you brought him up, because I remember seeing this shit and I'm like, oh my god.
Steamboat.
Oh god.
What the fuck?
That's just horrible, man.
Oh my god.
Get rid of those traditional superheroes with their sidekick Steamboat.
Literally destroy the franchise, wipe it away in order to make room for their new character.
How are they doing this with this? How are they wiping away the Superman franchise by doing this? That doesn't make sense.
Because
That's
according
stupid.
to their view, everything that it was before was the enemy. It went against their view, their ideas.
You know, honestly, like the cancel culture mobs, that sort of thing, it's intoxicating to get together with a bunch of people and like rage on something. And that's why this shit happens all the time. Like, it's easier to just surround yourself with people that agree with you. And hate unites people way better than anything else. Like,
it does.
Yes. And it's easier to just get into that intoxicating, we're all together on the side of right, to get that horrible person. It doesn't matter if it, like nothing matters outside of that. So and with I knew people that were trolls that would go into like Onision, like the Onision forums talking shit about Onision, and they would just make up anything about Onision, and it would instantly be believed and shared with everybody.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm going to start a Rebsion hate group.
And they didn't want people to love what it used to be. They wanted people to only focus their attention.
We might want to contact his ex-girlfriend then.
On what it was that they were trying to push through their characters.
I hate that bitch too.
Well.
No, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I just dislike him.
It wouldn't be the first time in all the many years that every once in a while politics or a perception or a view got put onto a character in order to try to teach an idea or some kind of morals and ethics.
New character, Brett.
And none of us really had any problem with that. We didn't have problems with people trying to show an alternative way of thinking or view or idea on something by using a superhero or a comic book character.
He always does this where he says like this thing or this thing, but they're actually the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
and by the way, Roger Wilco, that's already been done, by the way. Fan fiction about my third testicle.
He's like, I said something. All these people are mad or angry. Like, he'll do that. He'll take two words that mean the same thing and make it sound like he's mentioning multiple things. He does that shit all the time.
The problem that we have, though, a lot of us, is that a lot of these groups, they seem like their complete and utter focus is, and I'm not kidding when I say this, they seem to go after shows and movies that they know are directed towards children and young people. Whether there is many adults out there who are into Star Wars or not, you know that the show was originally put out there when you were a kid, and that's what got you into it. Sure,
okay,
there's adults.
Now, see, now that's what you should be doing, really. I mean, because we all know that hate is taught, right? So if these people are really trying to stop hate, then who do you go after? You go after children, trying to teach them not to hate. Because it's hard to teach an adult not to hate because it's already set in their fucking mind, and a lot of people get set in their ways. So teaching children not to hate is much easier than teaching adults not to hate.
Nowadays, who may watch some of the older stuff, who may have never seen it in their life, but you know the way how campy some of these movies and television shows are. They were directed towards children. Superman comic books. These are directed towards children and teenagers. Do you notice that
there he goes again?
The cancel culture, as
teenagers
well as
are children.
The woke, they won't go after characters like Blade or Spawn. They won't go after any of the. They won't even.
Blade and Spawn are not really relevant. They were in the 90s, so they're not going to go after them.
Mention the fact that female heroes have been,
and they're not even trying to cancel Superman. The point of it is irrelevant because they're literally not trying to cancel Superman. They created a new character. They're not canceling anything here. This is a horrible argument to be against the cancel culture. I'm against cancel culture, but this is a horrible argument for it.
For the longest time in the entertainment industry. We've got Wonder Woman, we've got Supergirl, we've got female characters all the way down.
Can you name another one? Because I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
Captain Marvel.
Line and some of the most raunchy.
Captain Marvel. Oh, you mean the Marvel Captain Marvel? Because originally Shazam was called Captain Marvel. Also,
raunchiest hardcore movies that have ever existed, like The Last Kiss Goodnight, the franchise having to do with Alien. We got Sigourney Weaver, who is one of the most...
Yeah, you were just talking about Alien. Now you're going to talk about Alien again?
Toughest, badass women that ever existed.
Sarah Connor.
And some people would be willing to say that she is more hardcore than some of the male heroes or her counterparts that you've ever seen in movies.
Yeah, what's that got to do with this?
He's not good at making a point.
No, he's so...
So a lot of us who actually do care about character development and character building, and those of us who actually do adore the entertainment industry and enjoy watching it, we've been there the whole time, so we know what's good and what's been out there, and that there has been a great deal of diversity. We know that a lot of our favorite superheroes are of color. We know that Spawn was black before he got burned up in the military and assassinated, and then came back as the demon angel killer that he is. We know that there's a lot of characters like this also within the Green Lantern series.
Yeah, Green Lantern unfortunately bombed. It could. I almost wish DC would just let Marvel Studios make their movies for them, because I think Marvel Studios would make a good Green Lantern movie. I don't know.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would. And it sucks because it had the sexiest man on Earth play Green Lantern, and it was a horrible
Ryan Reynolds?
The sexiest man on Earth.
Oh, okay.
I would suck his dick, and I'm as straight as an arrow.
That makes you not sound straight, honestly.
Well, I'm gay for Reynolds, goddammit. Wrap me up,
That means
baby.
you are not the straightest. I'm just saying. Here's
just because you suck a dick, man, does not make you gay.
Okay, buddy. Cope harder. Here's I want to show you some excerpts from the Netflix walkout to show you what Vito and Dick Masterson went through. Check this.
Okay.
So here's Dick Masterson. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you the thing that happened before because they're not in chronological order. So here's Vito. He's holding up his sign. Says, like, Dave is funny. Jokes are funny. And then this guy, the guy that just grabbed his sign there, the guy on the right, is the guy who he works for Netflix. His name's Joe Cristalli. And he's rebooting Frasier.
Why'd you breaking my sign?
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I mean, you can't.
Why are you breaking my sign?
It wasn't me hateful. He was just holding the sign.
After he breaks the sign, listen to what he says.
Free street rights for all of you. Oh, look, there's such a fire. He's got a weapon.
See? He turned what he was holding into a weapon and then was like, he's got a weapon.
Yeah, immediately.
He's got a weapon. He's got a weapon.
And then he just keeps saying, yeah, he's got a weapon. Like that.
He's got a weapon. Oh, you want me to drop my weapon? Yes.
You want me to drop my weapon?
Okay, and leave. There's my weapon. We're not trying to have anything. I'm not discussing anything.
And then this crazy bitch with a tambourine comes up. This is the worst representation of this side. Like, couldn't there have been like someone in charge of this? And then the one transgender woman that was part of it, there's all this anti-Asian shit that she tweeted out over the last 10 years.
I'm just here to say that jokes are funny, people. Dave Chappelle is a fun
The Wicked Witch of the West just showed up.
guy. I love Dave. I don't know why all the violence.
Did she say repent, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Repent, motherfucker.
Why all the hate.
The only people that did anything violent was them.
I know.
The only people that did anything violent.
And then they're like, you're encouraging violence.
See, that's the problem with a lot of these people. And I'm not saying, I hate to say this, but everybody has the right to have their opinion. You have a right to stand out there and protest. So does he.
His opinion was a joke anyway. It was jokes are funny.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, really, if you break it down. He made them look like complete fucking idiots.
At one point, they tried to, like, talk over him by chanting Black Lives Matter, and he just started chanting it with them. Because this guy's actually on the left. He's left of center.
Yeah.
This guy, Vito, Dick Masterson's right of center, but this guy's left of center. And they thought he was just going to be a fucking, like, white nationalist, anti-black person. And then they didn't know what to do when he started chanting along with them. It's pretty funny.
Why the fuck did they start chanting that anyway?
I don't know, because Dave Chappelle's black and they're there to cancel him, so...
I was just about to make that point.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, but his life don't matter?
Oh, but he's rich, okay?
Yeah.
God, these people are so awesome and reasonable. I'll join their side. You really convinced me.
Motherfucker!
I know.
They took my stick! My stick! They took it!
Took my stick!
My side! I need my poster board in the 299!
I like this guy. I like this guy. Hey, I do.
There's a part where he, like, gets up on top of a hill and he's like, Dave's funny. I like him. He is funny. I like him. I am in charge of the protest now. I am in charge of the protest.
I was going to say he had balls, but everybody there does pretty much.
What is that little guy doing?
And then
that was a good joke. That was a good joke.
So right after this, the same people, you're going to notice the blonde woman with the long hair and Joe Cristalli, the writer, both go over and start shit with Dick Masterson. Dick Masterson's, he like works out and shit, and he wouldn't let them take the sign out of his hands. Like he had like a firm grip on it. So then they lied and said he was choking people with the sign. And then this little steroidal fucker comes over and pushes him into the rock. Here it is. See, same woman, long blonde hair, getting in Dick Masterson's face. And he's being very careful. He's being very careful.
Real quick, he does look like a muscular thunderfoot if you think about it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, and he's not, and they were saying like, oh, you're white, you're a racist. He's like, I'm not even white. He kept saying that, I'm not even white. His last name is Herrera.
Yeah, they do stuff like that. I mean, look what they did with that one dude who killed that black kid. They blamed all white people, and the dude was Mexican.
Yep. Oh, George Zimmerman?
Yeah, dude was Mexican as hell.
Okay, so
Dick
here's
Masterson's a handsome man.
So here's the other Joe Cristalli, the Netflix writer. He comes up tries to take Dick's sign, and Dick, look at Dick, he lifts. You can tell he lifts. So he's not gonna let this fucker take the sign.
Oh, this guy's grabbing my stuff. Oh no, he's grabbing my stuff. This guy's.
And then see the little guy on the left. This dude's like a power lifter. People know who he is now. He just comes up and he throws an elbow first, and then he pushes him.
Attacking me! This guy's attacking me!
And he hit his head.
That's attack. That's a physical attack right there.
Oh shit! Hey, whoa! Get this guy! Get this guy! Yeah, he just shoved me into the thing. Yeah.
Yep.
See, this is why I couldn't do Dick Masterson and them. Because if that guy came up and pressed me with his elbow like that, I'm gonna jack the fuck out of him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna break his jaw.
That's what people were saying. Like, it's weird. Like, some people just see red when they're attacked. You know, like they can be the nicest person on earth, but once you lay hands with harmful intent, you know.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I come from the streets. Like, I seen Tommy's in the chat room. He's from the streets. You attack somebody like that, we're going to knock the fuck out of you.
And they were doing shit. They were trying to just hold on to their signs. You know? Like, no one...
Exactly.
They weren't pushing it. Like, see, that's the thing. You have to take the high ground in a situation like that.
And that's the reason I couldn't do that.
And that's why, like...
him in the face with a stick.
Yeah. And the people at this protest failed to take the high ground so hard. It doesn't even matter if they're on the right side.
They rarely do take the high ground when they.
Here's a photo of it. Here's a photo of it from a different angle. He hit his head on that big spherical rock right there.
That's the problem.
He has a fucking. He should sue the shit out of Netflix. So you guys that don't like Netflix are going to get what you want. Only Dick Masterson is going to take Netflix for everything they have.
See, Red. See what you're saying right there, Red, is the same thing people said about.
You didn't come there to get insulted. I'll be right back.
When the protesters from Black Lives Matter got shot and killed, they said, "Well, they got what they came for." That's exactly what you're saying right now. See, that's a shit argument, buddy. That's a shit argument. Got what he came for. That's a shit argument. Shabisky, you're a racist.
Yeah, baby.
Real quick, while Ben's gone. I need about $80 to make my doctor's appointment in the morning. If people can fucking help me out there, I'd appreciate it very, very much. I need to get my meds, like, really bad. My blood pressure's through the roof. If you can't help out, please do. Also, make sure you tip Ben here. Ben's much needed as well. So, yeah, help us out. No, I get you there, Honest. I know. I may have misread what you said. Yes, he did go there to provoke people. Exactly. I agree with that point. I agree with that. But I do. But make sure you tip Ben first, because, you know, this is Ben's stream. But Yeah, help a pimp out too. So yeah, I wish I was tough, but it doesn't matter how strong you are. Some of those dum-dums are armed and just itchy. Yeah, I agree with that. And look, there's nothing wrong with counter protests, by the way. Counter protests are, are acceptable. So
why don't me and you go out and do stuff like this, Pam?
Because like I just said, if one of them they elbow me, I
just control yourself. It'll be fine. I'll be there to control you. I'll be there to control you.
You couldn't control me.
Yeah, I can.
Control your bowels.
I got you.
No, you don't got nothing.
I got you, pimp.
You got nothing. You don't got nothing. But seriously, though, there's nothing wrong with counter protest. Look, I have no problem with these people protesting outside of Netflix if that's what they want to do. I have no problem whatsoever with the protest. The protest is fine. But sometimes when you protest, there will be counter protesters. You have to accept their protesting like everybody has to accept your protest.
I love the whole, I feel like Honest Red isn't capable of acknowledging the side he's on can be wrong.
Oh, no, I get that. I get that too. Because it ain't just him.
Because you can agree with their side, but they totally fucked up here. It's not Dick Masterson's fault they decided to assault him.
Exactly.
He didn't want to get insulted or assaulted and hit his head.
That's a silly take on it. That's like if somebody had a sticker on their car and somebody attacked their car because they didn't like the team or whatever, the sticker they had, agree with their sticker. It's like, though they asked for it with their sticker that shows their beliefs or whatever, like I voted for George Bush or some sticker like that, like doesn't mean because you disagree with it, you're going to fucking attack their car.
This behavior, this was coordinated. The same 3 people walked around, them giving him what he came for. He didn't come there to hit his head on something. What are you talking about? He came there to get shots of them holding their signs up, not to get assaulted. No, he didn't want to get assaulted. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
This is so dogmatic of you.
Yeah, and what they're saying, okay, they're there to protest Dave Chappelle,
They wanted some dumb pictures. He didn't want to get his head pushed into the rock right there.
Yeah, but they're protesting saying Dave Chappelle is inciting violence against the trans community. However, then they do violence against someone else. It makes no sense.
His sign didn't say anything about trans people. They weren't
just
even.
Said Dave is funny.
They were just standing there, being like, "Dave is funny. Jokes are funny." That's all they were doing, and he came there to provoke dumb people. Okay, I agree. These people are dumb. Case closed. These are the people that were heading out this protest. And also the trans woman that ran this protest is a fucking bigot. So this whole movement is fucking hypocritical nonsense. But he did not go there. He went there maybe to provoke, but not to get attacked. He didn't want to get attacked. So you saying he got what he wanted? No, he got attacked. You've got to see past your own ideology to understand what's right and wrong sometimes.
Well, it's hard for some people to do that.
You know what? Dick Masterson, someone just said, if Masterson threw a punch on any of these people, you'd be singing a different tune. The funny thing is that the press wrote it like they did. The press made it sound like they're calling everyone slurs and pushing people when literally they got pushed, they got attacked, they got called bad names. So this is unbecoming of the movement here.
Yeah. Look what they did to Daphne Dorman. They bullied that poor girl because she had a different opinion.
Right.
She had a different opinion.
That's why when someone starts a sentence as a fill in the blank, I don't give a fuck what they have to say about that, because what they're doing is they're saying whatever group that they're claiming to belong to agrees with whatever they say, all of them. When they say, like, as a black woman, as a gay person, as any group, you are being like, my experience and my feelings on this are universal to anyone else that's part of the group that I just named, which is not true. It's objectively not true. I hate that.
And I hate the fact, and I'm going to say this again, I hate the fact that you can make jokes about black people, white people, Asian people, any people, and be forgiven for it. But as soon as you make a joke about the LGBTQ community, you're roasted.
It's not even the LGBTQ. It's the T and the Q part now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's the T and the Q on the end of it.
Yeah, you get roasted.
Yep.
Perfect example. Look what happened to John Gruden in Las Vegas. He made some black jokes. They forgive him for it over the weekend. Monday, some gay jokes came out. Boom. He was fired. I mean, equality means equality, folks.
No, and someone's saying like it's the T, like no, they're all chill. They are all chill. It's like they're not a monolith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not their fault that specific very loud people are taking everyone to task for anything involving them. That's not their fault. God, I remember forever the B people were getting attacked.
Yeah. It's something. It's something, man.
It is something. What else we got? Oh, I'll show you this shit in a second here.
Whoa. Oh, hey, how you doing?
What?
There was dead air.
Sorry. I'm looking something up, and Shabisky's gone, but he doesn't fill dead air anyway.
No, he doesn't. And I zoned out for a second. I do apologize.
No.
But I am gonna have to go here in a little bit. And I done a pretty good job of not to be fucking feeling like shit.
Yeah, you did a great job.
I need a pat on the back.
You need to give up the cigarettes.
You need to give up the dick.
Okay, well, when you always feel like shit and you're like breathing in poison all day, I'm sorry. I don't have quite as much sympathy for you.
It's not that. The doctor told me cigarettes.
You said you have blood pressure problems.
They told me it would lower the blood pressure. That's what the doctor said.
Yeah, well, cigarettes raise your blood pressure and they clog your arteries too. So
yeah,
yeah,
modern. But still, don't mean we do a lot of shit we supposed to.
This is some weird mental gymnastics.
You're fucking with me.
I am not.
You're victimizing me right now.
Oh, okay, cute. You're gonna join that side. You're just a victim.
No,
you're a victim of the cigarettes.
Yeah.
Shabisky is dead air.
Shabisky is dead air. I agree.
I used to smoke cigarettes. I've not smoked a cigarette in a very long time.
You're being bigoted towards cigarettes.
What?
You're being bigoted toward people who smoke cigarettes right now.
Am I?
Yes, it's the movement right now that I got to start. Hashtag.
I'm sure everyone will take your side.
Hashtag low cigarette smokers.
Someone said everyone's boycotting Instacart. I just used Instacart to deliver this alcohol to me today.
I wish I had.
So I did the opposite. You know, when you boycott Instacart, you're hurting the like self-employed people that deliver for Instacart, not Instacart.
That's true, Jock. It's unfortunate that we have a lot of our health system in America is completely fucked.
It is pretty bad.
It's fucking horrible. It's horrible. And yes, I do smoke, which is bad for me, of course, but still need my damn medicines.
Yeah.
Oh, what is Shabisky doing?
He's probably pooping.
He needs to hurry up. I'm gonna be leaving shortly.
Nope, 24-hour stream, Pimpmunk. So we got another, how many hours? We got another 22 hours.
10 minutes.
Another 22-hour stream. When you're pounding that poop.
Shabisky's asking his mom what trim.
I like malt vinegar. I do. I pour it on my French fries. Yeah, when you go to a pub in the UK, they have a bottle of malt vinegar on the table, almost like how we would have ketchup on the table in the States. And you pour it all over your fish and chips. You pour it all over the fish and the chips. It's really good. Adds a little vinegary taste to it. I like it.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm a man of culture. What can I say?
You are a man of culture.
Where's Red Eye?
He's taking a break.
Yeah, chips meaning French fries. Fish and chips. Chips meaning... Since it's an English dish, we call it chips. When in Rome, you know.
I'm Ashley Marie Preston, and I'm
This is the person that organized the walkout.
the organizer for the Stand Up and Solidarity Rally. My entire career, everything that I've done has been about pushing boundaries. It has been about holding people accountable.
I just cussed that Asian bitch clean.
Look at this. I just cussed that Asian bitch clean the fuck out. You mess up my order and then blame me? English is my first language, bitch. Never ordering again. Which ordering is not a word. So maybe you need to learn English a little better.
Clean the fuck out.
We expect more.
You mess up my order and then blame me?
You mess up my order and then blame me? See, it says, just cussed out that Asian bitch, clean the fuck out. You mess up my order and then blame me?
English is my first language, bitch.
And so...
I know it's a lot to ask in California, but speak fucking English.
By the way, California was part of Mexico like 120 years ago. 130. People speaking Spanish there, it's just going to be that way. The city is called Los Angeles, okay? What, are you going to get mad and call for them to change the name of the city?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, I said it.
We also pour social equity into these spaces. We
just broke my phone.
Oh my God.
Just broke my phone on this Asian bitch's head. I have Asian friends, which is, by the way, people get mad when a white person uses the I have black friends line. You can't use it either, okay?
No.
But
well, can I use it because I have stupid friends? I am telling the truth, but it's like Shabisky.
On this Asian bitch's head.
Dave Chappelle doesn't get to suck all of the light out of that. And so the thing that I felt most troubled by is
Latino and Asian businesses need to stop being rude and fucking disrespectful.
Yeah, it's more like she's very offended that places she goes don't speak English.
They don't have the same equity.
This Asian nigga in Subway got a fat ass.
Did you hear that? It even says, got a fat ass. He almost looks like a bitch from behind.
I don't think that voice-to-text woman should be able to say the N-word, though.
A fat ass.
They don't have the same opportunity.
He almost looks like a bitch from behind. Hashtag shaking my head.
We will no longer stay silent.
Asian hoes act
like they won't get karate chopped. They motherfucking throat.
Like they won't get karate chopped in they motherfucking throat.
Just to be clear,
in real life, I'd smash your fucking head in like a can of A&W root beer.
God damn.
Dick Rider.
Real violence that is by the trans community, for the trans community.
Bro, I would beat the dog shit out of you. Dick Rider.
Yeah, so, like, a week ago, they're, like, talking against violence. But here they are, like, 2018. This wasn't really that long ago.
To understand intersectionality and what it means.
I have Asian friends,
That's the
but they some
hypocrisy of a lot of this.
other fucking weirdos sometimes. Hashtag, I said it but we all think it.
Obviously, Ashley Marie Preston is a great advocate.
Furry slipper wearing ass fuck boy.
IRL, I'd smash your fucking head in like a can of A&W.
Keep pretending for the internet. Dick Rider.
Ashley Marie Preston has proven herself as an activist, also a friend and a loved one to many people in her embarkment on activism. So thank you so much.
These motherfuckers. Faggot.
Whoa.
Cocksuckers.
Whoa.
Fat Mexican piss.
Fat Mexican piss blonde Miss Piggy looking bitch trying to be cute. Tell them about my cleavage popping out on her.
Blonde Miss Piggy looking bitch. I love strippers, not in like a gay way. I love gay men, but
I love gay men, but this county clerk at a window G is a motherfucking with it. He's bald but rocking jewels, acrylic nails, and silk scarves and shit.
This county clerk at window G is a motherfucking faggot.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
That is the last time I helped that faggot fucker.
Oh my god.
But I really want to say something about this. Does that not look like a feminine Fred Flintstone right there?
Yabba dabba do.
It looks like a feminine Fred Flintstone. I'm sorry, but it does.
So for those of us who are standing in solidarity with the trans employees.
Another. Damn. Asian almost hit me while crossing.
What the fuck is with y'all damn vehicles? I have no idea. See, here's the thing.
She really hates Asian people.
They did this just to get attention, this protest thing. Now they're trying to act all virtuous.
What the fuck is with y'all and damn vehicles? Hashtag racist ass.
Problem. If that was a white straight guy, the media would cover the fuck out of that shit. The media ain't saying shit about this.
I don't do Mexican, Asian, or Samoan.
I don't do Mexican, Asian, or Samoan.
We need to have difficult and complex conversations.
You should be ashamed if you take abortion pills like Flintstone vitamins.
Let's be in high vibrational community with one another.
I get so upset when slut bitches constantly get pregnant and munch away on abortion pills like Cheetos.
Thank you so much, Ashley. As a non-binary individual, I want to say,
fuck you.
As here's her response.
And I think that that's what kills y'all, because you operate from this place of like knee-jerk reaction.
I don't. Oh, you mean like to the Dave Chappelle special?
Project much?
I know.
That, you know, this idea that, oh, like, if you're not perfect, then you're flawed, and then therefore...
No, you're a fucking hypocrite. It's not about being perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Or you're a fraud,
exactly.
And you're a hypocrite, and you're all those things. That does not make me a hypocrite because I have a past.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That just means I understood the assignment. The assignment is when you fuck up, you fix it. The assignment is, when you create harm, you make an amends and you repair that harm. The assignment is you talk about what you learned in your experiences and you share it with someone else, which is why when it comes to Dave Chappelle, which is what y'all are really mad about, who else?
I like how none of this contains an apology.
No.
None of it's like, I'm sorry for what I said in the past. Those things were messed up. It's like, none of this is, I'm sorry. This is bullshit so far.
Better to speak about it and to him than me. The reason why I have the power, authority, and clearance to talk about accountability the way I do is because it's been a solid part of my own journey. So you don't have the power to put me in timeout when you're not even capable of taking time out to interrogate your own complicity in hate economics and the ways in which you continue to help this culture of violence thrive. So
are they saying that they're an authority on judging people's morals?
I think
that's basically what they just said, right?
Don't come to me with
what, Pimp? We can't hear you.
Yeah. Honest Red will stick up for any trans person that didn't steal $400
That's what
for
I
them.
was saying.
If they stole $400 from Honest Red, he won't stick up for them, but otherwise he will.
Yeah. You're blinded by an agenda.
Thank you, not Ashley.
No silly stuff unless you're ready.
Ashley, I love her.
To heal together.
She's an amazing person, Benjamin.
And that's the reason why I'm not going anywhere, darling. I'm just getting started.
No shit.
Okay.
You think it's to get you fame?
She really found those old tweets that she said to be bad and stuff. She would be apologetic. She'd be like, oh my God. Yeah. Those were fucked up, what I said in the past. I've learned from my ways. But she didn't they didn't have that kind of attitude at all. It's so silly.
Yeah, the comments on this are hilarious. One person said, everything you said applies to Dave Chappelle's comedy. Why is it different? There's one just from September 21st from her. And it says, and this is her, this is an analogy from her. Basically saying, yesterday's shower doesn't make you clean today. She's a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah. You need to take that advice, though. You do know that people can smell you if you don't shower every day.
Yeah, that's why I shower once a week, and I hang out with people once a week.
I hate you, buddy. Well, guys, I gotta go.
All right.
I'm sick of you two.
I need you to be healthy and strong next week, Pimpmunk.
Well, help me get to the fucking doctor, man.
Do 20 push-ups. Don't smoke a cigarette for 48 hours.
Give me $5,000 and I'll quit smoking.
Then it's gonna cost you in the long run, Pimpmunk.
No, but
the health problem.
Seriously, before I go, if anybody can help out, have me get to the doctor, I appreciate it.
Okay.
I do definitely. Yeah, I definitely do need to get there because But gotta go.
Good night.
Honest Red, I love you, Honest Red.
Kiss him. Wow, you see that? You got a kissy, cuz.
I'm kissing you on it. I'm trying to make up with you, Honest. Be my baby. Okay?
Pimpmunk's actually trans, Honest Red. Did you know that? Does that make you want to be on his side?
Don't you want to ride my muffin stuff in right here?
Oh, damn.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
This is hot.
Good night.
I'll see you later, babe.
No, Honest Red.